Well, here we go. Post up from the Pukekohe Motorcycle Club that the weather has let them down. Certainly understanding that there is rain in the top part of the North Island, so very lucky to have avoided that here. So anybody thinking that this was a bad day needs to have a look at the forecast around the country, maybe into your own back door to look out at what's going on. So bad luck, Pukekohe, not having their day tomorrow. Somebody's quickly come on there and said, that's all that much better, because the others that aren't there, like being here at the Junior Nationals, won't miss out on points. So there you go. The unlucky run of weather continues. I tell you what, I've never seen a summer as bad as the one we've had. Everybody talks about the weather in some shape or form. Turbo Sound, we had 5 events in December and only had one dry one. We had 4 in January, only had 1 dry one. We had 4 in February, only had 1 dry one. We had 5 in March, only had 1 dry one. And we've already had all of them wet so far in April. So I tell you what, it has been some ugly weather. And for some reason, it's been good during the week. So somebody made a comment about one of the days of the week and how good that particular day had been right throughout the summer. So, but of course, we're generally not racing during the week. So there you go. It's been the weekends that have let us down. So a bit of weather, but hey, if it wasn't for weather, well, what would the world be like? So, and of course, here in the Manawatu, well, we just haven't had enough rain, as you've been seeing by these conditions, and we've been having to pump it on every night. So I don't know quite whether that has been the case in other parts of the country as much, but certainly a little pocket of dry weather around here. All right, check it out. Alpine Star 100%, the 8 to 11.65 class. Mr. Nico Verhoeven doing it in, along with Mason Izagalis and Henry Miller, Levi Rogers, Tanner Manson in there, Sebastian Bassett, along with Jack Huggins. Just some of our stars to perform out there. So go the mighty kids on 65s, doing all that hard graft. And these guys, you know, when they hop on an 85, they'll think, what an awesome machine. And 85, it's an armchair compared to their 65. Then they'll get on to 125, and that's even the lazy boy compared to the 85. And then they'll get on to 250, and the bike does all the work for you. It's an easy ride compared to 65, 85s and 125s. But of course, as all of those bike goes, you start to go faster and faster and faster, and that of course offsets the more comfortable ride you got. So I'm only teasing and joking when you talk about an easy ride on the 250, because of course the bikes go so fast, so it's made that much rougher because of the higher speeds. But there you go. And these 65 dudes, well, they're my heroes to be coping with these tracks out there. Some of these times, if you're looking at Ctas coverage, you'll see that the wheels sort of dip into a hole, and if you do a slow-mo of it, you'll find that some of those holes are at least the depth of half the diameter of the wheel, if not the full diameter, because they almost dip right out of sight. So there you go, just watching the little wheels as they find a little place to go up and down all the time, and the way these dudes are riding them so good. But remembering, of course, with these bikes is they've got full suspension, they've got proper suspension front and rear, and certainly want to reiterate, as we've done in the past, just how important suspension is. And it's great to hear when you've got some kids down there that have got support. You know, is it Chase Works or is it Flying W? Don't mind who it is. But making sure that you've got your kids with a very good suspension technician, so that you can get the best out of the rider. It's not the best out of the bike, it's the best out of the rider. When you've got wrong suspension, you're being so tough on the rider, they won't be able to perform to their best when the bike's not at its best. So if you've got $1,000 to invest in the bike, don't put any of the bits that make it look like it's $1,000 better. To put all that money into the suspension to know that it'll perform better. And of course, in the suspension world, you can do everything with the standard parts. You don't even have to use any aftermarket parts. So just getting the parts that are in it to perform better and set up for your rider. What's their weight? What's their size? What rider position do they have? What sort of tracks are they on? What sort of tyres have they got? What are their lever positions? How's the tautness of the chain? All the factors that come into setting up a bike. So check it out. Put your investment in suspension. It's the most wicked advice that I could give. Yeah, here we go. Of course, we've got the 26 out in front. He's been doing it again. He's absolutely incredible. 26 to go. Mr. Nico Verhoeven along with Letter E and Mason Izagalis along with the 44 out there. Oh, what an off. Oh, the zebra suit took a dive. I think it's young Levi from memory. So looking out for him. Where was he? Running in fact, running in third place. Get the AFC update. Look at that. There's the holes I'm talking about. And there's another one set down to the axles through there. And there's another one. Look at the back suspension. Pogoed right down. Oh, that's ever a good example of the suspension working to the max out there. And Levi bites the dirt, the slow-mo on the AFC replay. It says it all for you. I tell you what, Rogers family, you need to get a look on that free coverage of Ctas to see that off for Levi and really get a good idea of why suspension has got to work for your bike. Man, oh man, what an off. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with the riding, nothing at all. It's just showing the ferociousness of this track. And I'll tell you, if you don't treat it correctly, it'll bite you back big time. And that's exactly what happened, unfortunately, for young Levi there. And he had to bite the dust. And he got his lovely zebra suit a little bit dirty as well. He's got a real skid mark up the back of his shirt now. But hey, he's back on the bike and he's back in racing again and going hard like Levi always does. So there we go. Speaking about that man, of course, will be in his home track, the magnificent Swipe Raceway, the home of the South Waikato Club for the Kings Cup. The Kings Cup weekend coming up over the long weekend in Queen's Birthday. I think it's really, it falls on, I think the 1st of June is actually the weekend itself, so I think some of the weekend falls on the 31st of May, so just do watch for that. So it'll come up on you real quick. Probably from right now, I think it will be 6 weeks away, so plenty to keep us mind and focus. And South Island riders, without having a Michael Godfrey at this time of year, I'd firmly encourage, it's probably another, it's another 3.5, 4 hours max on after this venue. And if you're looking to get some good motocross, you'll do really well to head to the Bike Talk supported Kings Cup weekend. It is one wicked kind of a venue. It's a club that's moving up. They've held the New Zealand mini motocross champs there 2 years ago. It's a great facility. They've got their own club rooms, their own council leased land. They're developing it all the time. It's a cool bit of dirt, and you'll love making the trip up there for the Kings Cup weekend, rocking into Tokoroa on our first weekend related to the Monday in June. In fact, just want to go to my phone and have a little bit of a look here at the moment and just see what we've got in the way of dates and calendar. We just no, that's not your calendar, Neil. We'll go backwards out of there. Sorry, there it is. So let's just have a look as we get an idea. In fact, yes, comes up 1st of June for the Saturday. So actually, yeah, right, Saturday, Sunday, 1st and 2nd of June is the date. So just watch out for that one. So effectively, to travel to it, you'll be doing that on the 31st of May. So 1st and 2nd of June, Monday's a public holiday to drive home. So firmly encouraging everybody making a beeline for the Kings Cup at South Waikato. So pretty cool. I had the privilege of calling in 2 weeks ago to their opening club round of the season. And man, oh man, has that club ever done some work there in the last few years. Thanks to Team Brolly, they've got the big Cat 312 excavator there, and they've been moving a whole heap of dirt too and making it happen. And they're also getting their minis to go on the Supercross track. That's how cool that place is. So some history in New Zealand Supercross and other things. So bring it on, the Kings Cup coming at you courtesy of Bike Talk Racing and our South Waikato Motorcycle Club. Right, Alpine Stars 8 to 11 racing. Nico, Mason, Henry, Levi, along with Tanner, Sebastian, Charlie, Nate, Jai, and Carter is the order at the moment. So Team Hewlett have been able to pick up some of those better results as well. So good on you guys. Well, yes, indeed, courtesy of Alpine Star 100%. There they are, the 8 to 11 year 65cc class. Team Hewlett out of Whangarei on the Northern Power Sports Gas, Alpine Star 100%, 888 Training, Asia Logging, P1 Moto, Canterbury, Biltonga. Proud to be supporting their boys, so well done. Great effort from the team overall as well. So there we go, wrap of our flags, and we'll get over for the prize giving. Nico to do it again, Mason to get the second, and the third to Henry on that occasion. So Henry Miller coming back to his best. So good on you, Henry. We've seen some other good moto from him. And the likelihood, of course, of those other boys, well, Nico, he'll be gone. We understand that. He'll be away for the next 3 months. And obviously Mason not coming back to an event like that. But Henry probably one of the front runners, I'm sure, for the Kings Cup 65. So wishing them all the very best.